Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Rambling Man discussion vlog. This is actually episode 2. Um, if you haven't already, you can. First episode is on my YouTube channel. You can go check that out after you watch this video. I'm probably gonna actually link it in the beginning of this video, so it should be somewhere up here or over here. But anyway, welcome to another video. My name is William. I am the Rambling Man, and I was prepping to do another video on to do my first video on politics, it being the election cycle here in the States, and my thoughts and feelings. But that's going to take at least another week to do all the quote-unquote legwork for it. So I came across this, and I think this is kind of a fun-hearted one to do and a real quick one to do. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Apparently, there's a beef with one of the new Charmed stars is having a beef with a Instagram segment of two of the older Charm stars. Now, when I say older, I mean as in the show being older. So, what's her name? What the hell is her name? Sarah Jeffrey of the CW reboot of Charmed took a stab at Holly Marie Combs and Rose McGowan because they did an Instagram live of just them being together for the first time in a while, and there was a couple things said, and apparently Sarah Jeffrey had an issue with it. And then let's get into that. So, source. Here is, okay, this is one of many articles on the topic, which you can search for here. But this is the one I picked out. This is from Entertainment Weekly. So, Sarah Jeffrey is Sarah Jeffrey. Took to, I think, her Instagram page, and she said, quote, earlier I saw this earlier and I refrained from saying anything. I thought better to just let them shout into the abyss, but I do want to say I find it sad and quite frankly pathetic to see grown women behaving this way. That in and of itself, I would have just let go. I mean, it's really it's just he said, she said, it's just whatever, right? But it's this next part that kind of rubbed me wrong, and that I felt I need to address, that I would like to address, I should say. She followed that up by saying, I truly hope they find happiness and elsewhere, and not in the form of putting down other women of color. I would be embarrassed to behave this way. Peace and love to you all. Not in the form of putting down other women of color. Well, what the hell did they say, you might ask yourself? Well, here's what they said.
Charm left Netflix. I know. I don't know what that means.
I think that means me.
It doesn't mean you. It
Possibly
means,
that they would like to suppress the voice. I'm not kidding. You have no idea how many sides that shit's coming from.
No, I mean, I think it means when you search for it, they want you to find the new Charmed and not the old.
But it sucks. I haven't seen it. I can't say that. I've never seen it.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said it sucks. But I'm happy that people have jobs. But it can still suck. The HMC.
That's
It's all it was said. Now, I actually did tune into this live, and I actually heard I saw the original question. The original question that they were asked. They were on Instagram doing basically an AMA, and the question that popped up was, it was along the lines of, have you seen that they took that Netflix took the original Charmed off? Essentially, that was the gist of the question, and that was it. And that's what they were talking about there. Um, Now, people of color weren't mentioned. Women of color weren't mentioned. Color wasn't mentioned. The only thing that was mentioned was that the original Charm had been taken off of Netflix, and they were addressing that. Holly Marie Combs said that she didn't know, and she didn't want. I essentially got the gist that she really didn't want to speculate, other than she thinks that they wanted more traffic to the new Charm, which is completely understandable and is logically. It's a logical deduction from those facts. But then you get what Rose McGowan said next was, it sucks. Now, when I first heard that, I thought she was talking about the fact that the old Charm was on Netflix, and if she'd have left it there, that's what you could have. That's what I would have inferred from that. But then she followed that up with, "I have not seen it yet. I've never seen it, but it could still suck." And she's talking about the show because she did say, she also said there, "I'm happy people have jobs, but it could still suck." I mean, and like the dude says, it's like your opinion, man. Whether she's right or wrong, it's neither here nor there. She voiced her opinion on an AMA Instagram Live with her friend that she hasn't been together with in some time, I guess. I guess that was the point of that video of that live session. It was a catering to the fans live. They were there to take questions and talk with fans. They were having fun. They were probably having wine, relaxing. There was no ill will here. There was no hatred here. But then you get Sarah Jaffrey coming in here and wanting to make it about hatred and the fact that her fact that she said that they put down women of color. No, in no way, shape, or form did they put down women of color. In fact, they haven't actually ever put down the show itself. Where are you at? This is a tweet quoted by Holly Marie Combs where she gave an interview, I guess over text, or she gave a statement over text about the new show. She says, "Let me say first that I appreciate the jobs and opportunities the Charm reboot has created, but I will never understand what is fierce, funny, or feminist in creating a show that basically says the original actress are too old to do a job they did 12 years ago. I hope the new show is far better than the marketing, so the true legacy does remain. Reboots fare better when they honor the original as opposed to taking shots at the original. Reboots also do better when they listen to a still passionate fan base, which is what it's all about, isn't it? That's why we do reboots. The fans are why we all get to do what we do. So we wish them well and hope for success." And I take her for a word. See, you can back people. You can back their jobs. You can back them working. You can back the job that they have, while still criticizing aspects of, especially in film and TV, like she made it in that, she pointed out in that text, the marketing she didn't agree with, certain aspects of taking jabs. She was talking about honoring the original and not taking jabs at the original, not taking jabs at the fan base, honoring the passionate fan base. That's not critiquing and putting down of the actors and actresses and the cast and the crew of this show, who may or may not be of color or of minority or of underprivileged or any of a plethora number of groups that have had less work than most in the industry. You can critique the system, and I think that's all that is, at least in this context, it's all that's ever been said. You know, and for Sarah Jeffrey to come out and outright virtue signal. And I get it. You're young and you want to be trendy and you want to be hip and you want to be this and you want to be that. But please know what you're talking about before you make a comment like this. That was an empty virtue signal, and you know it, and I know it. You were just trying to be trendy. You were just trying to get clicks. You were trying to get people talking about you. And guess what? It worked because I'm making a video about it. I mean, granted, I'm a nobody on YouTube, but still. I'm going to talk about it because this kind of rubs me wrong. We've got to get out of this mindset of just because you critique something that you're against, something else. No. If I critique something, it's because I want it to be better. If we critique something, you don't make something better by keeping it the same. You make it, you change it, you evolve it. And if this Charmed is going to be better, it needs to listen. It needs to evolve and to take criticism and run with it instead of rejecting it out of hand. And I think that's something that the original Charm did very well. The first season wasn't without its faults, and they took their criticisms and they changed, they evolved. Shannon Doherty left the show. I think it was after like season 2 or 3, but Shannon Doherty left the show, but that was a whole nother reason why she left. But regardless, the point is, stop virtue signaling. Stop coming up with these bullshit arguments to try to put others down. You're completely in the wrong here, Sarah. Completely in the wrong based on that one comment that you made. That's just my opinion. I mean, you feel the way you feel. I'm not saying you're wrong for feeling the way you feel. If you feel that way, fine, but that's on you. That's on your limited mentality. Okay, I don't want to say limited mentality because I'm not saying you have mental incompatibilities. I don't know how smart you are. I don't know how not smart you are. But when you're offended, that's on you to square, not Holly Marie and Rose. Take in new information, educate yourself, and talk to others, and evolve your opinions and evolve your way of thinking. Because if you're just going to be offended all the time, then you just might want to shut yourself inside for the rest of your life, because not everybody's going to think the same as you, feel the same as you do, see the world as you do. And that's how us adults get along. I don't know. I just hope that, a big beef doesn't develop over this, and that, there's not some call to cancel actresses over some stupid Instagram live. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. What do you guys think? Yay, nay? I may end up doing a rewatch of Charmed and doing a comparison, or may do a reaction to the first episode of the new Charm. Let's find out. I'll see what happens. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps with my channel analytics and in discoverability. If you didn't like it and you hit that dislike button, don't just hit the dislike button. Go in the comments, tell me why you disliked it, and let's have a discussion. If this video causes you to check out some of my other content on my channel, or if you really like the content go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you never miss another video. And do me a favor, share my channel with others so I can grow and do more content on a regular basis. Outside of that, I got nothing else. My name is William. I am your Ramblin' Man. This has been Discussion Vlog number 2. Peace, and have a good one.